Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, April 21st. Let's play the puzzles. Let's dive in. Looks like Tyson's already been in the chat. He's postponed his walk for the day so that he can watch my goofy little live stream. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. And then he has challenged me to go get a plate and peanut butter and salsa and a knife. Unfortunately, no, I was not doing that. I was helping my daughter do some math homework. So we did some math homework, and a little later than I said I'd be on, but you know what? Close enough. Close enough. Just waiting for my YouTube live page to wake up, but I think you guys are watching me, so heck, let's play. Let's play. YouTube or no YouTube, we're playing puzzles here. Alright, I see octopus, breeze, thunder, messenger, moon, saddle, bull, waltz, bunk, gold, hobo, mosey, bilge, crossbody, stroll, and baloney. What a bunch of baloney. Messenger bag, hobo bindle, octopus with 8 legs, waltz, music in 3, moon river, bunk bed, bunk, that's a bunch of bunk, hobo bed, bunk bed, I don't know. Saddle, oh wait, a saddle bag, a messenger bag, crossbody bag. Ooh, I think we're onto something there. I don't know what the fourth one is. A hobo bag? Baloney bag. That's what I need. Baloney bag. Baloney, but it's spelled like the American way, not Bologna. Mosey. You can't just mosey up here. What are you going to waltz up here? I am going to stroll on up. We're going to breeze through. We're going to thunder by. There's different styles of walking. A stroll, leisurely, waltz on up, saddle on over. Maybe breeze? Oh, it is. Okay, to amble in, to breeze on in. Hey, breeze on in. Just let the breeze take you. Octopus. Baloney. Bilge. Like a bilge pump. Full moon, bull, a bunch of bull. That's a bunch of bull. That's a bunch of bunk. That's a bunch of baloney. That's a bunch of saddle, bunch of bilge. Okay, balderdash. That's balderdash. There's an old game called Balderdash. I don't know if I ever knew how to play Balderdash. A saddle bag, a crossbody bag, a messenger bag. Maybe it is a hobo bag. Maybe it's a hobo bag. It is a hobo bag. That's funny. I always think of like a bindle on a stick for a hobo, not a bag. Crossbody bag, messenger bag, saddle bag. Well, look at that. 2 days in a row we got it in rainbow order. How about that? The least, the most straightforward to the least straightforward. Moon, gold, Thunder and octopus. Starts of one-word James Bond movie titles. Goldfinger, was it Moonfall? Octopus? I don't know. Octopus and then thunder. You got me. I don't know about those. To amble in, to breeze on in, to mosey, to stroll, to waltz in. You can't just waltz into a place like that. Balderdash, that's baloney. That's bilge. I don't think I've ever heard it in that context. Bilge, like a bilge pump. Bull, what a bunch of bunk. Kinds of bags. I saw crossbody bag, messenger bag, and saddle bag. Oh, man, I miss my crossbody bag. I had a really, really nice bag. That it was, I mean, you could not describe it better. It was one satchel on one side that I basically survived college with. I mean, I was not at a college class unless I had my crossbody bag. It was gray, it was kind of silvery, and I had it strapped across just one side, right? It was always just one side. Man, I used that for years. Who knows where that is? It's probably in a bag somewhere, or a box. Why would it be in a bag? A bag inside a bag. Starts of one-word James Bond movie titles. Goldfinger, Moon. I'm going to say Moonfall. Dr. Octopus, and then Dr. Thunder. I have no idea, actually. I have no idea. I could look them up, but let's play. Let's keep playing. I'm glad we made it that far. Glad we did that. Okay, so the mini, ready to start solving? Yes, I am. Like the name, fill quickly for a speedy crossword solver. It's a pun. What connects these names? Al Green, Betty White, Rose Byrne. They're all colors. Color. Star blank. Plant with a pointy pod. How about star anise? What connects these names? Tennessee Williams, Georgia O'Keeffe, and Denzel Washington. How about state? Teslas and Rivians. How about EVs? Ooh, not quite. Okay, what did we get wrong? Let's do the down clues. Assumed name. That is an alias. So, alias. Washington paper, the Post. And what connects these names? Pine, cherry, and willow. Those are trees. There we go. Like the name Fill Quickly for a speedy crossword solver. Apt. It is an apt name. Fill Quickly. You're going to fill in the crossword puzzle quickly. It is also a pun. You cannot skip that. It is not just that. It is also a pun. Let's see. What connects these names? Al Green, Betty White, and Rose Byrne. Those are colors. Star anise or anise. People pronounce it different ways. I think correctly it's anise, but I have heard it said anise too. Star anise. The plant with a pointy pod. And smells like fennel, you know, like kind of that licorice flavor. What connects these names? Tennessee Williams, Georgia O'Keeffe, Denzel Washington. I watched an interview from Denzel Washington, and he said, you know, people are naming their kids Denzel, and actually that's not what my daddy called me, because my daddy is Denzel Sr., and I'm Denzel Jr., and these people are calling them their kids Denzel, but really it's actually Denzel Washington. But yes, those are all states. Teslas and Rivians, they are EVs. Let's not forget my favorite. It's the VW Buzz. Oh, I'd love one of those. When I make it big, you will know that I made it big because I will drive past in my absolutely gorgeous EV, which is the VW Buzz. Probably eating a bowl full of wagon wheels. I went on a deep dive today. I was honestly stressed out yesterday, going to actually multiple stores now, seeing if they had wagon wheels. No wagon wheels to be had. Sure, online places have them. You know, you can go to Instacart or you can go to Amazon, but they're like $15 a box for a 16-ounce box. I am not paying out the nose for something that only a few months ago I was able to get for 80 cents a pound. No, thank you. No, thank you. And so I am on the hunt. I heard, what part of my research led me to find that Kroger has a variety, just one. It has kind of one of the fancy brands. So I actually wrote to Kroger and I was like, hey, what is the likelihood of the Kroger brand? They have the off-brand sort of house brand of different, pasta shapes, your penne and whatever. And I wrote to Kroger and I said, hey, what's the likelihood of you guys picking up wagon wheels? Could you just produce those yourself? It'd probably be cheaper than their expensive brand as well. So I don't write to my congressman, I write to my supermarket. That's the headspace I'm in. Yeah. Okay. Assumed name, your alias. Sorry, I need to clean my glasses a little better. I got some smudgy smudges. I don't know where that came from. There we go. Oh, hi. There you are. The Washington Post newspaper. What connects these names? Chris Pine, Zach Cherry, and Willow Smith. Those are all trees. Detective's assignment, your case. I'm on the case. And then currently broadcasted on TV. It is on the air. It is there on the air. Okay, Midi. Odd couple. The odd couple. Maybe these are pairings of things that don't usually go together, maybe. Luminesce. To glow. To fluoresce. To glow. Butts heads on. You disagree. You can't see eye to eye. Hoped for item at the end of The Bachelor. Maybe a rose. I don't watch it, but I know the procedure. Fail to include. Omit. The Bruins of the NCAA. Bruins. The Boston Bruins. I don't know. Da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Odds. Figure. Odds figure. Would be like a percentage. That doesn't fit. I don't know. Once we get the gimmick, we'll know what we're shooting for. Family, collectively, is your kin. Odd-sided figure. See, I don't know what the gimmick is yet. Something used daily by about 60% of Copenhagen's commuters. The highest rate of any major city in the world. That would be buses. Bike. I'm going to say bike. I could be wrong. Done. Finished. Kaput. I don't know. Ended. One of the 13 in the base of the Great Pyramid. What is in the base of the Great Pyramid? Stones. There's more than 13 stones. I don't know. Notre Dame. Yeah, throw me some easy ones. Enjoyed a book. How about read? Enjoy a book. Wow, same answer. Read and read are spelled the same way. Low quality AI generated content. Familiarly, we call that slop. AI slop. Food informally. Grub. Let's grab some grub. Crazy. Loco. I don't know. I'm trying to think of 4-letter words. Capital of Norway. That's Oslo. Lacking courage. That's not how you spell it, though. Weak. Need. Like need the dough. The odd couple. Maybe they're like a pun because they're spelled wrong. You know, like book club, but then club is spelled funny or something, you know? Maybe I'm dead wrong. Jupiter and Mars, but not Earth. Those are Roman gods. Jupiter and Mars. Run blank. Amok. Run amok. One might have silver linings. Every cloud has a silver lining. Silver lining. I don't know. Figure on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, or the shape of the figure on the sidewalk. A star. Stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Mamma mia. Hey, that's pretty good news. Hey, that's pretty good news. Great. Nice. Nice. You say it with the same inflection. Hey, that's pretty good news. Nice. The vegetable used in bhindi masala. Is that okra? Oh, interesting. Odd-sided figure. Probably a nonagon. Hold on. Nonagon. Shape of a rugby ball is an oval. Capital in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Nemo. Captain Nemo. Locale for karaoke night. But a bar. 23. Akra? What's an akra? Nonagon. Workout unit. A rep. Whoops. Rep. Odds figure. How about a bookmaker? Butts heads on. Rams? Ooh, we're close. UCLA, Nonagon. It's probably this. So why are there two Ks here? Lacking courage. Weak need. Weak need. Oh my gosh. Knee. You're weak in the knees. Knee. It's like, why is there two Ks in a row? That's so weird. No, they don't share a K. There's two different words. I did win connections. Oh, no way. You only got SG only got yellow. That's too bad. I used to ride a bike all the time when I was younger. Bike seat got more uncomfortable. I feel that. You know what's funny? I play drums, right? And the standard seat is typically kind of a throne that's not all that big. And I don't have a huge bottom or anything. Maybe that's my problem. I need more padding. But I ended up getting one of those ones that looks like just a massive bike seat. Oh, it's so comfortable. So comfortable. It's like sitting on a stool. It's not even just a drum throne. It's like a real stool. It feels so good to play on. But yeah, I understand that. I know where you're coming from. All right, it was one letter off, but I'm glad we got it after we figured out what the letter was. Weak need. When I saw need, I thought it was K-N-E-A-D. Like, I thought the gimmick was that the two things, the odd couple, when two things go together, you know, it's like two words that don't usually go together. Like, oh, you're weak in the knees, but it's like need, like kneading the dough. So I said an A. But that doesn't make sense. One of 13 in the base of the Great Pyramid. Acres. Okay, it's 13 acres wide. All right, that makes a ton more sense. All right. Luminesce. To luminesce is to glow. To butt heads on. Rams. Hoped for item at the end of The Bachelor. You want the rose. Would you accept this rose? Okay, but if you're going to say that, Tyson, maybe ride a bike. I'm just kidding, right? It's like you can't ride a bike because, you know, maybe you need some exercise first. Well, you can't exercise until you ride a bike. To fail to include, to omit. The Bruins, the UCLA Bruins. Okay, I did not know that. University of California at Los Angeles. Da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Yeah. Odds figure, bookmaker, someone that states the odds of a horse race or something, right? Family collectively is your kin. Odd-sided figure, a nonagon, something with 9 sides. And you roll the dice and gosh, I guess a 9-sided die would come up with a point. That wouldn't be good. Something used daily by about 60% of Copenhagen's commuters. Copenhagen. The highest rate of any major city in the world. A bike. Great. I was right on that. You got Wordle in 3. Okay, every time you say that, you like psych me out. You're like, oh yeah, you'll get it in 3, and then I get it in 6. It's done. It's over. 13 acres in the base of the Great Pyramid. That is absolutely massive. 13 acres? Wow. Gigantic. Notre Dame Cathedral. Or I guess if you read it the other way, it's Notre Dame. Notre Dame, Notre Dame. Let's see. Enjoy a book to read. And then low quality AI generated content. We all call that slop. AI slop. Now everything's slop, right? Always, something slop. Everything's got a slop version of it now. Oh, fun. Yeah, you should go swimming. That sounds really fun. Need to get a gym membership to go swimming? Yeah, you can go. If you have a gym membership, you get to go whenever you want. That's pretty fun. Food informally. You're going to eat some grub, like a grub hub. Crazy. Oh, loco. That is correct. That's funny. I thought I'd have to change that one. Fun fact, the word loco in Portuguese has a U in it. It's L-O-U-C-O. Loco. That's loco. Capital of Norway, Oslo. Lacking courage, weak need. I thought it was a play on words, like need, like K-N-E-A-D, like kneading bread dough. Jupiter or Mars, but not Earth, Roman gods. Run amok. Man, you're running amok. You're going wild. One might have a silver lining. A mine? Oh, because you're digging for silver in a mine. Okay, I get it. Hopefully the mine that you're digging has silver lining. I get it. Figure on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That is a star. A star is born with a shape on the figure in the sidewalk. And then ABBA says, Mamma Mia. Hey, that's pretty good news. Nice. Vegetable in bindi masala is okra, apparently. I don't know if I've ever had okra. No, I take that back. I have had okra. I have absolutely had okra. It was on a big, wide vacation that I went on like 15 years ago, and we went all the way around the whole country. We stopped in almost every state. We literally, for weeks and weeks, were on the road. I don't know if our kids can handle that nowadays, but they actually did really well because they knew they were going to something fun. We actually visited lots of friends and family on the East Coast and just went all over. It was fun. It was really fun. Shape of a rugby ball is an oval. Bagels will replace donuts. I love bagels. Bagel's my favorite. I would have a bagel over a donut. I know you would disagree with that, Tyson. I know that you would disagree with that, but I love bagels, and I would much rather have a bagel with and here's like the ideal, okay? If I could wake up and have one of these every morning, I'd be in heaven. In fact, maybe they serve them in heaven. When I die and go to heaven, I hope I go there. I hope that there are bagels and they are fresh. I mean, fresh out of the oven, with everything seasoning on top. Maybe just plain schmear, lox, right? Salmon, right? It's going to have like smoked salmon, capers, and then arugula. If I could have that every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I would be in heaven. Absolutely. Captain in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Captain Nemo. Maybe a bagel and lox with a side of side of Rotel. Not Rotel the canned tomatoes. I'm talking like Rotel pasta. Rotelle. Wagon wheels. That's why I call it wagon wheels. Because Rotel sounds like it's the can of, mixed like chili tomatoes. That's not what I'm talking about. Locale for a karaoke night or trivia night, a bar. And then workout unit, a rep. Reps. Actually, rep reminds me of the word arepa, and I love arepas. Where are they from? Venezuela or Colombia? I think the argument is, where do they truly come from? Some will say Venezuela and some will say Colombia. Bagels with eggs and ham and cheese from Einstein's. Yum. That sounds amazing. Oh, wow. Crazy story about the mine, the copper mine. Crazy. All right, let's do it. Wordle. Maybe we, in honor, I know you like donuts, but I like bagels, so I'm going to play bagel. And it's a tiny bit of help. We got an L. So from now on, we got to use the L. How about ploys? Wow. Okay, not only did we land the L, but we got a P involved as well. So what goes with FL maybe? HL, claw, FL could go. Flump. What if? Okay, not that bad actually. Could be plump. Clump. Oh gosh, it's either clump or plump. Let's try clump. Oh, nice. Nice. Clump. Okay, well, not too bad. You said, oh, that'll be an easy 3. Definitely. Flump. I know, like, why would I think of flump instead of clump? Crash, coop, and clump. I would especially get it had I started with an amazing starting word like you have, crash. But no, alas, our nearly week-long streak, and I get it in 4 today. Started with bagel, gave us an L. Ploys gave us the P and an L in the right place. And then I tried flump. Why would I come up with flump first? Here's why I came up with flump first. I'm thinking of the starting of words, right? I'm thinking, okay, what could go like blank L? If it's like consonant L, you know, it could be, it's not like DL, delump, right? Del something. So clump, flump, blump. I don't know what else goes with that. But yes, no, exactly. Why would I think of flump before I thought of clump? Something else, guy. I don't know. I use different words. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah. I like your strategy. Eventually it's going to pay off and you'll get a 1. I have not gotten a single 1 guess. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to show you. This. I've yet to. It has not happened yet. It will. I have faith. I have faith. I want to just outright guess it one day. And it will be marvelous. And it will be glorious. And it will be historic. It will be a historic day. An historic day when I just outright stab in the dark. And that's the word. I don't have a starting word. I don't have like a go-to all the time. I have a couple of go-tos, honestly. I come up with, maybe 15 different words that I kind of cycle through. Watch any of my live streams and you'll see, I do moist or, I don't know, there's ploys, there's words I tend to go to as starting words, but there's not like any one starting word every single time. I sort of let the puzzle speak to me, And I don't get it from you guys most of the time. So, of course you don't give me the answer, but I'm thinking like you don't like spoil the answer for me, I think, okay, what's coming to my head? And a lot of times that pays off. I mean, today it gave me an L. Sometimes it gives me like, 2 greens and a yellow. And I go, what? Are you kidding me? It's crazy. Yeah. All right. Strands. Make my day. Strands. Okay, risky business. Are these some risky, maybe hazardous? I see DOUS. I don't even see an H though. Hazardous. Dangerous. I'm hung up on DOUS, like hazardous. Risky business. What is the risky business? I keep wanting to say hazardous. I see it in the corner. D-O-U-S. Managed to win Strands easily. Got one a few times. It was because I did it on one device where you get two or more and then go on a different device the same day. Oh my gosh. That's cheating. That's straight up cheating. I've never done that. Part of the fun is the productive struggle. I told you I'm going to live longer because I play these puzzles, and I don't cheat. Right? It's not fun if you just get the answer handed to you, right? Why is the word trouser in there? Trouser. I have no idea. I see ER. Router. Oh, intrepid. Whoa. Bold. Risky business. Boy, that is a bold move. That's an intrepid, dangerous, hazardous. Courageous. There's the O-U-S. Courageous. Daredevils. There we go. Daredevils. Daredevils. Gutsy. Adventurous. Adventure is out there. It's gutsy. It's adventurous. It's courageous. It's intrepid of you. It's bold. It's something a daredevil might do. Daredevil. I'm not really a daredevil. I take calculated risks. I don't take stupid risks. I don't think I'd ever go skydiving. I don't think I'd ever, bungee jump. There's too much kind of idiocracy that can happen there. What I do is stuff that is, for the most part, very low risk, though it may seem low, high risk. Like, for example, a roller coaster. Get me on a high thrills roller coaster every day. I would go on that. My wife, however, she'll sit on the sidelines and cheer for me with one of those things. But talk about, high thrills. Yes, absolutely. With like smart things, it's a high adventure to go rafting. Is it dangerous? Yeah. Could you go and have a great time and it's not like super high water rapids? Sure. Right. You have to be sort of more calculated about it. Right. Gutsy. Tyson's talking about gutsy. Every time we're on a road trip with my dad, a bug slams into the windshield. My dad says that the bug won't have the guts to do that again. Yeah, because the guts are smeared all over your windshield. Risky business. Yeah, I love roller coasters. I don't need like high adventure, thrill-seeking, danger kind of thrills. I don't need that. All right, let's see how we did. We got the connections, I believe, with zero. Yeah, with 0 mistakes. Amble in, balderdash, kinds of bags, a crossbody. I was just reminiscing about my crossbody bag. And then starts of one-word James Bond movie titles. Gold, I believe, was Goldfinger. Moon. What was Moon? Moonraker. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Octopus. Oh, I can't say that. That's a naughty word. Octopus with an extra thing on the end that maybe becomes a naughty word. I'm not going to say that on the air. Okay, if you know the answer to that one. Okay, James Bond movie title, Thunderball. Thunder. There's got to be another one. That's not the one they're thinking of. I'm not saying that word out loud. I am not saying. You can Google it. Actually, don't Google it. Tyson, don't Google it. But one of the James Bond movies has a not great name, and I didn't know that, and it's octopus. And if you put 2 and 2 together, maybe the end of the word octopus. I don't know. Maybe I need to see the movie to know why it's called that, but I don't know. I'm not Googling that anymore. I'm not going down the rabbit hole. All right. The mini crossword was fun. There were a couple of funny gimmicks, right? The name of Phil Quickly, if you're a speedy crossword solver, that's a very apt name. Al Green, Betty White, Rose Byrne, those are colors. And then this one, what connects these names? Tennessee Williams, Georgia O'Keeffe, the painter, and then Denzel Washington. Those are states. Very clever. And then, let's see, the gimmick today was all about odds, the odd couple, so odd numbers, odd things. What are the odds, right? An odds figure is the bookmaker, somebody that keeps the books on how I don't know, like what the stats are of how likely a horse is to win or that sort of thing. And then this one, the odd-sided figure, is a nonagon, 9-sided. Let's see. And then I kind of goofed it up a little bit here. Jupiter and Mars, but not Earth. Those are Roman gods. But then this one, lacking courage, weak need. And I thought the gimmick for odd couple was like a coupling of 2 words that didn't usually go together. So instead of saying weak need, like K-N-E-E-D, I said K-N-E-A-D, like kneading dough. I don't know where my mind was at, but that was not it. It was absolutely not the one. And then Tyson and SG both were talking about bagels, or excuse me, they were talking about donuts, and I was like, no, I'd prefer a bagel. So I started with the word bagel, and it gave us an L, and then I tried ploys, gave us the L in the right place, and a P somewhere, and then it led to, I don't know why I came up with flump. Why flump instead of clump? Clump made a lot more sense, and that is absolutely what it will be. Yeah, that I prefer bagels. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and then here's the risky business, right? It's adventurous, it's gutsy, it's bold, it's intrepid of you, it's courageous, you daredevil. And if you'd like to see me be a gutsy daredevil playing these puzzles, give this video a like, consider subscribing. Thanks for a great chat. You guys are great. Tyson and SG and everybody that came on. Thank you for listening. And thank you for watching separately afterwards, too. You guys that watch the live stream, but it's not live anymore. You watch the video. I appreciate you guys, too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In fact, shout it out in the comments. I'd love to know who's watching. Tell me who's watching. Just say bold. No, say gutsy. There you go. Say gutsy in the chat if you're watching. And you guys are awesome. I will catch you on the next one. See ya.